What if the sun suddenly disappeared? Imagine waking up one morning, stepping outside and realizing something is terribly wrong. The sky is pitch black, the air feels colder, and worst of all, the sun is gone. No sunrise, no warmth, just eternal darkness. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? But what would actually happen if the sun suddenly vanished? Would Earth survive? And more importantly, could we? Before we dive into this mind-blowing scenario, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. The first 8 minutes, Earth's final moments of light. Here's the crazy part. If the sun disappeared right now, we wouldn't even know for 8 minutes. That's because light from the sun takes that long to reach Earth. So for a few minutes, everything would seem normal. Then, boom, all light from the sun instantly vanishes. Day turns to night. The sky, once a soft blue, transforms into a star-filled abyss. The moon, invisible. Since it only reflects sunlight, it would be just another dark rock in space. The planets in our solar system would also vanish from sight. The only celestial objects we'd see are distant stars, glowing in a way we've never noticed before. But trust me, that would be the least of our worries. The first 24 hours, chaos ensues. Without the sun's gravity, Earth would no longer be locked in orbit. Instead of circling around the sun, our planet would now drift off in a straight line, moving at 67,000 miles per hour into the unknown. Strangely enough, at first, we wouldn't freeze instantly. The atmosphere acts as insulation, and the Earth's surface would retain heat for a little while. But soon the temperature would begin to plummet. Within a few hours, solar-powered systems fail. Animals and plants begin reacting to the sudden darkness. People around the world panic, unsure of what's happening. For now, humans could rely on electricity, fire, and batteries to light up the world. But none of that would last forever. The first week. The deep freeze begins. A week into our sunless nightmare, global temperatures drop below freezing. The average temperature worldwide would now be 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and dropping fast. Plants, unable to photosynthesize, begin dying. Farms collapse. Food production takes a major hit. Ocean surfaces start freezing, making maritime travel impossible. Animals migrate in confusion, many unable to survive the cold. Meanwhile, scientists would be scrambling for solutions. Could nuclear power keep us warm? Could underground cities be the answer? But the worst is yet to come. The first year, Earth becomes an ice planet. After 1 year without the sun, the Earth's surface temperature would plummet to minus 73 degrees Celsius, or minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The oceans, once full of life, are now completely frozen over. Only the deepest parts of the ocean near hydrothermal vents would remain liquid. Surprisingly, some deep-sea creatures might survive, but for most life on Earth, it's game over. The atmosphere begins freezing, collapsing in on itself. Oxygen levels drop, making it harder to breathe. The planet is now a barren ice world, resembling Jupiter's frozen moons. 100 years later, a lifeless Earth. By now, the Earth's surface would be uninhabitable. All plant life is extinct. Most animals are gone. The only survivors, maybe microbes and bacteria deep underground. The planet is now a lifeless, frozen rock drifting through space. But what about humans? Could we have found a way to survive? Could humanity survive without the sun? There are only a few ways we could make it. Geothermal energy, underground cities powered by Earth's heat, could sustain small populations. Space colonization. Could we relocate to Mars or a moon with an underground base? Artificial light. Farming. Could we grow food using nuclear-powered LEDs? The reality? Only a small fraction of humanity might survive in extreme conditions. But eventually, without the sun, life on Earth as we know it would be over. Could Earth ever recover? So could Earth ever bounce back from this catastrophe? Not really. Without the sun, the planet would remain frozen forever, drifting endlessly through space. Unless another star replaced the sun, which is extremely unlikely, this would be the permanent end of life on Earth. What do you think? Could humans find a way to survive, or is this the end of the line? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because who knows, one day we might really need a backup plan. Blast off, globe.